New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. A Brooklyn girl, that's Dawn Marie. She's sharing New York memories. See the city with Dawn Marie and hang in Little Italy. R.I.P. South Factory. The real party is Kings County. The songs about music all around. That's where she found the Brooklyn sound. New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Her large Italian family, they taught her hospitality, empathy, humanity, and strength in her community. Her justice call, defiant tone, rings out from her Long Island home. New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. She's so damn cool, so smart and quick. She's old school, this New York chick. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, her justice dance. They face the music, they got no chance. New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. She's so damn cool, so smart and quick. She's old school, this New York chick. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, her justice dance. They face the music, they got no chance.
What's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm just playing around here. What's up, Capone? Hey, Joey Brooklyn. Hey, guys, give me 1 second. I'm just, I just walked in the door, actually. I was on the phone. So we got all the things here. How do I make this screen larger? You guys know that, like, I just started going live, right? And so this is all new. And so, like, I just learned that I could do, like, countdowns and videos, and I still am learning. So this is actually... Hey, Lexi. What up, Tyra? Hey, everybody. Where'd my chat go? I see. All right, so I can see you guys on my phone, but I definitely don't see it on the computer. So hang on. Sorry. You know when you're having like two conversations and you're just... Oh, here we go. All right, there we go. Ah, I see you guys. Oh my God, it's so much better. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's so... All right. So like I learned how to do this and this and this. Yeah. All right. And that and that. Yep. All right. So happy Monday, you guys. Can you believe that Halloween is coming in a couple of days? Crazy. I know. I was just at the store before and the kids are running around looking for Halloween costume, like the last minute things. And I'm saying to myself, oh, what is everybody going to be for Halloween, right? And so crazy. I know. Look at me going pro. I wish I could say it was close to pro, but not close, but no cigar. We are sitting here on the stoop, kicking back, chilling. Let me go get a drink. Hang on. What up, Robbie? Good to see you. Everybody come in, pull up a stoop, hang out. What's up, Patrick, New York? It's a New York thing. Oh, it has been a long day. It has been a long day. It is 5:17 p.m. over here on the East Coast. And I feel like I ran a marathon and did 42 things. And dinner is cooking. So, do you remember the crazy things kids did years ago? We would throw eggs at I know, Joey, right? So, let's talk a little bit about Halloween and the things we did, right? So, throwing eggs, shaving cream. I remember like my mom would buy us like the cutest little Halloween baskets and things like the Halloween things, the trick or treat bags. And then we would just like, we would take the pillowcases off the bed and, like we would just be like all old school New York and just go up to doors and like ring the bell and be like, trick or treat. Oh, we'd all have pillowcases, right? Oh my God. You wonder, like, oh my God. Well, and like back in the day, you would get like pennies from the people. They would throw pennies in the bag. You'd be like, "What the heck?" You have pennies in your trick or treat bag. Or like you would go to some of the houses and they would you knew like the houses to go to, right? Because they would give you the big candy bars. Like you scored when you went to the good houses because they gave you like the big Hershey bar. Or you go some of the houses gave like the little Tootsie Rolls and you were like, "What the?" But whatever, you just kept it moving. And then you would come home and you would knock out all the candy out and be like, I got the most candy. Oh, it was great. Yeah, Walmart bags, like whatever. Hey, Melanie, good to see you. And so I grew up in the generation of like my mom would go to like Walmart, no, Woolworth. What I forget what it was called. Joey, what was it? Was it Woolworth? It was like, and we had like the masks, the costumes with like strawberry shortcake, He-Man, and all that, and like they had like plastic faces with like but they were like the coolest costumes and you could see them on like the old cart like the old commercials for like $3.99. You can get your Halloween costume here. Oh, it's so funny. I forget there was one channel where he plays like car commercials. I want to say cartoons, but because I'm thinking of Holly Hobby and Strawberry Shortcake and all of those old fashioned cartoons. But we would have like the funniest costumes back then. Oh my God, it was so funny. Like we thought we were, and like one year I think it was somebody was like Popeye. Oh my God, with those plastic elastic bands around the back of your head. Oh my, yes, Rainbow Bright with the big. I still have pictures of my sister and myself in the mask and costume. I know. Listen, if I went through my mother's photo albums, I'm sure I could dig up some really funny Hulkmania costumes and just like really funny. Like the 80s were the years of like Rainbow Bright and Holly Hobby and Popeye and oh my God, all the Smurfs, Gargamel, all of the different costumes of back in the day. And then as we got older, we were too cool for that. And so then we made like our own costumes and we were rocker girls or we were Grease and we wore like the leather jackets and the denim and we had our hair was 10 feet high and slicked it back with pomade and gel and all the hairspray and everything. We were definitely cool. Yeah, plastic vampire teeth. Remember like the fake blood would come out. Punky Brewster one year. Yes, we took sheets and cut out eyes and we would wear them as a goat. I mean, listen, we were definitely creative. I back then, and so I love the parents this year that are doing all of the creative things for the kids. I think it's great, you know. What's up, Beamer? Good to see you. I know. Put your best costume in the chat. Like we don't judge over here. I think it's hysterical. I think it's great. Like some of my aunts and uncles were some of the most creative people back in the day. They had some of the best costumes. And listen, you just went out and we went trick or treating in all of the neighborhoods and up and down the streets and you ring the bell and you know It was fun. You know, you just and you knew, "Oh my god, Pepper, good to see you." Yeah, I'm live. And like you would ring the bell of and you knew the streets that you didn't go down, right? Like you just knew like if that was like where the crazy lady lived, you just didn't go down that street. Like you didn't go to her house or like the house that stayed dark and nobody rang the bell because you were like, "Oh shit." Like you just didn't go to that lady's house either cuz she didn't give out good candy or she was never home or like they just never took their garbage pail in. I don't know when. You just knew the house. Oh man, it's just Robbie, don't worry. It's so fine. It's literally the holidays are something of we're coming into the months of, November is right around the corner and then we have December and so we have Halloween and then it rolls right into Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving and Christmas are two obviously Thanksgiving is really my favorite holiday, right? And then we go right into Christmas and then obviously it's the new year. It's 2025. It's here. And so it's so crazy. It's just this year has gone by so fast. And I know everybody says, "Oh my god, you say that every year." Everybody's like, "Oh, you're going to ring in the new year." But, so if we just slow down for a second or sometimes like I told you guys the other day like I do this thing where I practice the pause. And it's because I do it to myself all the time and I always have to practice the pause because, you know, I get so excited and I speak very fast and I have a lot of energy and everything. So like I practice the pause all the time, but Halloween is such a fun time of year, and you get the kids out and you're doing things with makeup and it's just such a fun time to get the kids out, right? And then Thanksgiving, right? And so listen, I would lie if I didn't say I wasn't excited for all the food, and the family and the friends and really what it's meant is to what you're thankful for. And it's going to roll us right into what we're thankful for. And if you guys, most of you guys know that Judy Ron got his news today that his PET scan is clean. He got a clean bill of health this morning on the PET scan results. And so we are so excited for him. And, and he called me today and just, he made all of his families call. And it was just such a relief because I know how much he was worried about all of that. And so there's just so much more to be thankful for, right? With Thanksgiving coming and what a time of year to get such scary news. And so for that, we are so thankful that he got that good news today. Yeah, it's a complete miracle. We're so happy for him. I told you guys, he's such a good guy. He really is. And we're so blessed to have him as part of the true crime community. uh, he just gives us the perspective of all the things. And so for that, we are so happy. Yeah. Yes. It's the power of prayer. You guys, we couldn't have done it here without him. And listen, I have my platform because of him really. And Joey and all of you guys here that help to, keep those things going. And so I appreciate it. And I was so happy to hear that today because I was nervous and I heard it in his voice. And so I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm so happy for him. So, yeah, and then Christmas. Oh my god, so I was walking around Walmart before and I see all of the so listen, Walmart is ready. Like they're ready in like July, right? They got all of the Christmas stuff. And so they start at the back of the store and then they start working it around the outside aisles. And so like I got the cart and I'm like, you're ready. And it's like that's what is that game that they had on that they had that game show back in the day where you like took the wagon and they were like, you have 60 seconds to run through the store and grab all the things. And if you get up to the register and you hit that buzzer, you get to win all the things, right? And so Walmart has it all figured out, right? You get there, you get the wagon and you're walking through the edge of the store and you're like, okay, so if you can make it through and you can get out of there without grabbing something for Christmas, you're okay. So of course, I have to buy hand soap that has nutcracker on it because why? It smells like candy apples. So why not? I mean, I can justify that in October, like whatever. And it's only 99 cents. So, I mean, just buy two of them, Dawn. It's not a big deal. So, but you see the big blow ups that they have, and you're like, oh my god! And then all of a sudden, but you see all the Halloween things, and then you turn that end cap, and bam! It's like the Christmas song, and all of the And so as the days, I don't even want to say the months, because as the minutes and the days go, those aisles get smaller and smaller and smaller. And the store is smarter and smarter, and they start creeping in. And before you know it, they got everything in the front of the aisles and everything's right at the register. And you're, $1,000 less, spent. So it's brilliant marketing, it really is. And everything is Christmas, right? I mean, they have hand soap that's Christmas, cookies that are you name it, it's Christmas. Now I was even looking, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we were walking in, and I was at Target, and I buy like all of everything. Everything has to be like scented this and scented that. Now, not to get personal or whatever, but like even down to like the toilet paper, like the listen, those the wipes, right? They have man wipes for like men and women. And they had pumpkin scented, spiced nutmeg something. And I'm saying to myself, these companies are brilliant. They have everything you can think of in some type of scented. Now they have ass wipes. Like, is there anything that these like marketers are just like, what in the world? They think of everything. It's so crazy to me. Oh my god, I can't. I know. I love the Christmas decorations. It's just I actually stood there today and I was like, "You know what? I'm going to wait." And so listen, I love people that could say that I'm done with Christmas shopping. What? No. I can What do you mean you're done? What? I don't know. Listen, I love it. I think it's great. I could totally turn on the radio and get into the spirit of it. I absolutely love it. But there's something to be said for I'm a little stressed out. I got a lot of things going on. I can't even think about Eileen. Good to see you. Oh my god. Yeah, the last minute for everything. Like, and I'm always down for like a good tear jerker. And so like I'll put on a movie and then I'm like, all right, enough of it. I gotta push it aside. And and so then I'm like, okay, and I'm always burning in the midnight oil, and I'm watching all of everything. And I'm saying, all right, I'll put on, like Joey, and we'll watch some fireside chat and we'll talk some shit, right? Because Joey will just, he'll have a live or something. And so I can get very distracted. Like right now I'm looking at the candy bowl on the table of the Three Musketeers, the Kit Kats, the Milky Ways, and all of the things, because Halloween is Thursday and it's Monday and this candy is sitting here. Like, why? It's self-torture, right? I mean, seriously, like what in the Eileen, you just had your man. Okay, yes, I know. Listen, you have listen, women, men, mammograms, it is a big deal, and you do need to have them. And hang on. How do I mute that while I'm on here? Okay. So, yeah, it's just Eileen, keep us posted. Absolutely. Yes. We're sending love and prayers for all of those things. These are like the real life things that we just have to take care of and we have to do. I remember the first time I went for mine and I just was like, Jesus, Mary, Mother of God, pray for us. We're going to just sit here and listen. I was raised Roman Catholic and went to Catholic school. And so I pray a lot, and I just and I'm not any kind of 100% like perfect thing. But I have to say, like, going for these types of tests and everything, I get nervous. Like my hands start sweating. And I'm like, okay, we got to do these kind of things. So, yeah, I know, Joe. Listen, I still have to learn to do all the things and turn the ringers off. Listen, I still have a real life over here, and my things start ringing. Computers ring, phones ring, deliveries. I don't know how people. What do people do? Lock themselves in the bathroom when they go live? Like, whatever. Yeah. Oh, you have family history. I know. I do. It's you have to just be careful. You have to. What do they say? Like, take precautions and just err on the side of caution, right? And just go and just like Ron, what did he say? Like he felt something and he went and got checked. And so I think the minute you feel something, you have to go and get checked. You just You have to be careful. You just don't know. What's for dinner? For me, I actually, you know what? I put on a chicken noodle soup this morning, and then I told my husband, he's like, "It's 87 degrees outside. I'm not eating soup." I said, "You know what? Okay, we can make something else. It's not a big deal." Like I got cold cuts, and everybody can make a sandwich when they come home. So I don't have to cook tonight. What are you guys having for dinner? Had both mine done and had a scare on both. Everything is all clear. Thank God. Yes. Listen, Eileen, you know what I'm saying? I'm old school. It's what you everybody could come here, take your shoes off at the door and help yourself. I mean, if you don't like what I do, you can do it yourself. It's okay. Uh let me see here. I think I was um yeah, oh, you're gonna grill. That's awesome. We had pizza last night. We went to this like little place downtown for pizza. It was so good. And I usually don't eat out on a Sunday, but and it was funny because in order to get my husband to stop somewhere and like eat, especially on a Sunday, because I was like, "Oh, I don't feel like cooking." Like it was just, but like the football game had to be on somewhere. So I was like, okay, yeah, there's a place over here. There's outside seating. I know, you're ready for soup. I know, I kind of am too, and I think it's because, I was raised in the four seasons, you know what I mean? So winter, spring, and summer, and like, listen, I'm about it. And so this time of year, like, and I watch the TV shows and things, and so like I see them all wearing sweatshirts and things, and I'm like, well, and they say they're making soups and stews, and I'm like, well, that sounds good. I could do that. I like that. And so I made a little bit of some, Jewish penicillin. I feel like everyone's getting sick, right? I mean, whatever. Keep your germs to yourself. I was out yesterday and this lady was like coughing all over the place. And I'm saying, lady, keep your germs to yourself. She did not like me by the time I was done. But I mean, come on, have a little bit of some, there's people that are not, they don't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick. I don't want you to get sick. So it's like coughing everywhere. Get sick. Don't go out when you're sick. I don't know. I'm very like I'm the person that if I don't feel good, I don't go to work. But I don't want to get anybody sick. What's up, Nabul? Good to see you. We're just chilling over here, hanging out. Uh, Anybody want to know some? Yes, I would love to know some music trivia. Robbie, hit it. Let's hit it. Hit me with some music trivia. I would love to. What do you got? Let's do it. Yeah, Eileen, we were so happy for him. Like I called him this morning and then we were playing like phone tag and then he called me right back and I said to him, "Oh, so happy." Like such good news. I feel like this world was just such bad news after bad news after bad news and like I was saying the other day, it was like, "Oh, if I have to hear one more like negative thing." That's why I said, "Listen, let's create this channel over here where we could, get people to come and hang out." Yeah, fire away. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. I love it. Listen, try to get people to come over and hang out here, and just come and hang out with us. Told you there's okay. This not many people know. Carly Simons, "You're So Vain." "You're So Vain" is about who? I don't know, but I love that song. "You're So Vain." Probably think the song is about you. "You're So Vain" is about who? You? I don't know. Who is it about? You're so vain. Probably think so. You're going to get me to start singing, and that would not be. Who is it about? Warren Beatty? James Taylor? Mick Jagger? Hugh Hefner? Hugh Hefner? Oh my God. He was a little bit of a Carly Simon. Wow. Wow. I know this is can't remember though and don't want to Google. No cheating. Wow, wow, wow. I love it. That's right, Robbie. You know so much about that's all I remember. This like we definitely need to do like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You know, I at work today we played this game where we did like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and it was actually really fun. Like we did this thing where we had to guess things about like my work thing, and so everybody had, and it was actually really fun. It actually got a lot of people participating. It was cool. I did not know that it was about Hugh Hefner. What a little hoocha hoocha. Pixies, Midnight Runners, One Hit Wonder. Yeah, Robbie is the music expert. I forgot about that. Dixie. Oh, you know what? I don't want to get my channel shut down, but Robbie, we should definitely play your songs. Wait, let me pull up his channel. Can I do you know what? If I'm allowed to, can I do that, Robbie? Would you let me? Oh my God, Robbie had no idea it was about him. Good one. Yeah, Robbie's music is so good. Robbie. YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, do you guys ever watch that channel, YouTube Bad Actors? She's so funny. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. Wait, I gotta find his channel. This is another thing we're gonna figure out how to do together. How can I pull up his channel while I am live? Let's try. Let's figure it out together. So we're gonna go to YouTube, type in Robbie. Okay, let's see. Robbie. Oh, is that him? Wait, why doesn't it show? I typed in Robbie and it pulls up Robbie William. Wait. Give me a way to search that I could find it easy. Hi, Sunnyside. Good to see you. Dang it. Wait, I want to see if I could click on his name and see. Wait. Oh, that pins his comment. Wait. See if I could do it this way. Robbie music. Go to channel. Oh yeah, I love this song. Here we go. Let's see if I can hear it here. You smile, first thing I see. Tonight, every moment, just you and me. Miss things and through fingers, forever wasn't meant to be. When I'm gone, remember our laughter, the way we danced under starry skies. Hold on to the love we shared together. Let it be the light in your
lights. My love will linger. Every sunset, I'll be by your side. We've weathered storms and chased our dreams. Hand in hand, we've come so far. Now shadows go, time goes shorter, but the light shines like the brightest star. Here forever, to hold you close, to calm your heart. When I saw, remember our laughter, the way we danced in the starry sky. Hold on to the light.
Isn't he so good? He's so good. I'm trying to figure out how I could actually share the video. I just sent the link to Joey to see if Joey could share it in the chat. I don't know if it was hard. I'm going to learn how more to. You guys would think because I help Ron with so much that I could. I really don't know how to do a lot of the. I do know how to do a lot of the stuff, but for myself, I don't. If you wanted me to do all of this for you, I probably could. But when it comes to me, I'm very. Jeez. Hi, Texas girl. I want to present my screen, but I'm just nervous because I don't want to show all of the things on my computer. Not like there's a lot of things to see, but oh, good. Thank you, Joey. Okay, cool. Thank you, Sunnyside. I appreciate it. Yes, Texas girl. Good to see you. Yeah, Robbie is so good. He writes the most amazing songs and sings so well. I remember when I had first, when he first started coming around Ron, and I just start, me, I'm just I just start clicking around things, and I fell on his channel, and I was just like, oh my God, Ron. He writes music. Like, I think he writes songs. He's really good. And so and Robbie, I was just really, I loved it. I thought his music was so good. Such a good song. You guys have to go subscribe to his channel. He has some really, really good songs. What up, Naboo? Eileen, right? So good. There's a bunch of them on there. You're welcome. So, what does I cannot believe that it's already Monday. Well, to me, it's already McTuesday. I'm like, it's already McTuesday. I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna do tomorrow, what I'm gonna have for breakfast. No, I'm already trying to plan out my whole day tomorrow. Johnny Kramer, hi, how are you? He's another one that has a good channel. I see your name pop up sometimes, and I'm like, man, I just missed his live because you go live very fast. And so by the time I click it, I'm like, dang it, I just missed him. Kitty Q. Good to see ya. Yeah, so I'm just chilling. We are just chilling over here. It's already 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. When you guys see me and I'm in the chat and stuff, and I'm like, hit like, subscribe. It's Eastern Standard Time. I'm always being annoying when I do it. I mean, I know you got. Listen, I'm just playing around. Oh, so I was saying before, YouTube Bad Actors. She's such a nice lady. I really like her. She's actually very funny, lighthearted, good people. You got to subscribe to her channel too. She drops, a lot of these people have very, easygoing personalities, and so they put out just the truth and just some factual things and people's own words and things. A lot of times these clip channels are great, right? Because it's just clipping. I can't watch somebody's live when it's 9 hours. And so, oh, well, I miss all of the things. Even when somebody's like, I'm not going to go live for a long time. And then it's 4 hours and 12 minutes later. It's like, what? You just said you weren't going to go live for long. And so I think, okay, cool. They're not going to go live for long. So maybe they're going to go live for 45, 50 minutes. And then it's 4 hours and 22 minutes later. Laura used to do that. I'm like, girl, could have cleaned your whole house by now. What are you doing? Oh, so funny. Yeah, are most of the people here from New York City? Where are you guys all? I mean, you don't have to dox yourselves, but like, where'd you guys grow up and stuff? Like, where are you from, or where are you listening in from? It's always cool to find out, and you know, where is everybody going this Halloween? You're not missing much, Miss Dawn Marie. I love the way you talk in the chat, though. You're actually really fun. You're really cool. You're really cool people. When you guys come into Joey's chat and chill out, it's always nice, like our channels that are like more laid back and just, we're not as intense as Duty Ron, because his chat, sometimes we get, 600 to 2,000 people, and so it's a lot. It's very intense. And so I try to say hello. We try to say hello to everybody that comes in, but sometimes it's hard, And so like we feel bad. And so here, Melbourne, Australia, one of my favorite places in the whole wide world. I want to go there. Grew up in Long Island, but in central New York. Karen. Good old Long Island. Those are the stomping grounds. I'm near Fort Knox, Kentucky. My grandbabies are going camping, so I'll be home handing out candy. Yes. I tell you, man. The days of giving out candy. Oh, so yeah, we were talking about before, like the plastic Halloween costumes, right? And like candy. So listen, the big debate in my house was, do we give out the candy we like, or do we give out the candy we don't like? And so I always like, listen, I am a fair player. I like to give out the candy I like because I just believe in, the right to do the right things. And my husband likes to give out. All right, so we all like to give out the candy we like, but I was talking to a bunch of friends the other day and they were like, oh no, we like to give out candy we don't like because we don't like the candy in the house. And I said, well, that's not, and so I was asking like the different moms and things, like, well, what kind of candy do you give out? One lady was like, sugar babies. And I'm like, ew, what the, why would you give that out? Like, that's like completely stick in your teeth kind of shit. Like, ew, whatever. Like one lady gave out like remember those Boston beans? Like, so I, of course, I had to ask everybody, like, okay, show me pictures of your Halloween candy, because I have to know, like, what kind of bowl is it in? What does it look like? Like, what's your display? And so I have questions. Do you keep it out? What kid likes sugar babies? Listen, I was dying. I'm going, listen, that brings me back to the days of the pennies. I mean, I'm sure people would love to get pennies now. I mean, we're in a tight economy. Like, what the frick? Oh, chocolate is the way to go. I was like, listen, I want Three Musketeers, Kit Kats. I love all of those. M&Ms. Give it to me. Reese's Pieces. I love anything chocolate anyway, but still, it was like candy for the win. All kinds of candy. One lady was like, she buys jelly beans. I said, oh my God, I would never come to your house. And she has a beautiful home. And I said, why would you give out jelly beans? You are the most meanest woman ever. Like, what the raisins? Why would you give out raisins? Apples. Yeah. Remember, pennies and an apple. Like, well, just skip that house and save your shoelaces. Like, just don't even. Yeah, pillowcases for a bag. You know what, Eileen? That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, mom, just don't even spend the money. Condiments, ketchup, and mustard packets. What? I mean, listen, I mean, I understand like growing up on your knuckles and shit, but like, you got to be kidding. Like, I mean, honey packets, mustard, ketchup, and like, you might as well just go to McDonald's and be like, can I just have a whole bag of like packets of things? Just get a brown bag. Yeah. I mean, just be like, excuse me, ma'am, can I have the drawer in the bottom of all of the shit that you like? Oh, I said to this one lady, I was like, you do not give out paydays. Like, what? Who eats that? Like, I could never. You're just not. Oh man, Joey, it's suspect. It costs too much to live in the towns we grew up in, New York, and Chicago's got too crazy for me. I'm just saying, like, and I mean, listen, you want to invest a little bit in some candy for Halloween, and you want to be that cool parent that sits outside in like a folding chair, and some people say it's a job. You got to sit outside with the bowl in your lap. Listen, grab a Corona, sit outside, put a little tiki light out. I mean, whatever. If it's nice weather, post your ass out on the driveway and sit out if it's nice out. I mean, if you live nice where it's nice outside, you can sit outside. But I mean, if it's not, it's cold outside or it's a little brisk in New York. For what are they saying the weather's supposed to be for Long Island? What are they saying for New York popcorn? Be out there with your wine. Exactly. Like, I mean, one popcorn per child. You remember how one year we did get little popcorn bags, like the little mini. That's cute to give out for when you're giving out hundreds and hundreds, you gotta switch it out a little bit. Oh, it's gonna be 75. That's beautiful. 75? Oh my god. Everybody better get outside. Arkansas is gonna have rain. Ugh, yeah, that's a bummer. But like down here, you can go trick or treating in the mall. I remember one year we took the kids to the mall. And so they all ran around the mall, and you go to the stores, and all the stores have the different candy. I don't know if they still do that. I mean, I'm sure they probably do. It's supposed to rain here too. Oh man, I love popcorn balls. Yeah, hell yeah. Like, I mean, there's just so many different things you can give out. But I mean, if you just give out bad candy, you just shouldn't even listen. I'm all for just don't answer the door. Just turn your lights off. Don't even let the kids walk. Don't even waste the calories to walk up the driveway. If you're just like a shitty door person, like just don't. Like black jelly beans and I mean, oh my god. We desperately need rain desperately when a forest state. Yeah. Our mall is almost closed down. Man, listen, well, you know what? That's why I'm not, people need people, and I'm a big supporter of people needing people, right? And so, like, I love Amazon. I think it's great. And I think there's a real need for, obviously having things delivered and stuff. But, we also live in a world where I very much believe in people needing people. And so, I love the malls, and I love being able to support small local business and things and stuff. So I don't want everything to be. I mean, really, why compute? It's really like I was talking to a guy the other day. He owns a jewelry store. He's such a nice gentleman. And so he was telling me, how sad is it when, you when it's just a computer and a robot, and if a robot ignores you. I said, listen, that's when we're gonna have problems in the world, right? It's just computers. Joey. I had a neighbor in Brooklyn. He was 5'3" and an adult. He used to get dressed and go trick or treating like the kids. He wore a full mask. They thought he was like 10 years old. Told him not to. Yeah, like that's just weirdo. Like, listen, I understand if you want to go like trick or treating with your kids and stuff, but I mean, if you're like a whole ass grown man and you're trick or treating, like, I mean, I might slam the door in your face. And I'm not rude, but like, I mean, I'll give you a candy bar, but I might be like, hello, sir, you're like a whole 35-year-old adult. Why are you standing at my door? Here's a Three Musketeers bar. Have a nice day. You're an asshole. Karen, yeah, is a real creeper. I just don't understand. But listen, you know what? Maybe those people should get the whole black jelly beans. I don't know. Like, she said she gets payday bars, and I don't know. I'm just saying, like, whatever it was that she said she bought. And I was like, ew, ew. We need to discuss this. I said, can we get coffees one morning and just really sit around and discuss why you're just a mean mom? Chuck that kid. It's like raisins. I mean, lady, you probably give a banana. I just don't understand. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Chuck that candy bar far. I could not. There's just certain people that just, I don't know. There's just certain people that should be invited to Tupperware parties, and she's one of them. It's like the people that you just have to buy the I went to the state and bought you a keychain. Here you go. Have a nice day. Barbara George. Hi. We're just sitting here shooting the shit, filing my nails. Talking about how the old school would have, pennies and apples and bad candy for Halloween and plastic masks for costumes in the 80s. We thought we were so cool, right? I mean, I remembered having a nun for kindergarten and Jesus God. Oh God. You remember, like, you thought you were like the cool kid when you had a witch's your mom painted your face like green, really green, 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 and you had the witch's hat. But you know what? You were crafty, right? And so whatever. Our parents were so creative back in the day. Like, we had a lady that lived down the street and she would make costumes in Brooklyn. So, like over the summertime, everybody would put their orders into her and they would say, like, I want little Johnny to be, you know, um, a leaf or whatever. I'm just going off of the emoji that Barbara put in the chat. But whatever you're caught, like, and she would sew it up and she was so good. And so for whatever costumes she would design, like one year somebody was a what was that movie that had come out? E.T. And so like one kid was she made him an E.T. costume. It was so awesome. And then he was E.T. and then the brother had like part of a bicycle and like they were the whole movie. It was so cool. I'd have to see if my mom still has pictures. My grandmother made a clown costume for me. It was awesome. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, sometimes it was like those basic costumes, right? Like a clown or a witch, and then they put their own little spin on it, like the green makeup or whatever. But they took the time out of it. And listen, you could have been on a whatever, like whatever it is, like, listen, times are tough and everyone's just getting by and we're all doing everything that we can possibly do. And so I'm older than you, Dormery, but my mom would put my dad's clothes on us and make our face looks dirty and we would go as bums. Listen, I'm not going to lie, but I think one of my siblings was that one year and they won a contest and it was amazing. My mother used to do some phenomenal costumes. They were so good. Our mother made costumes for school plays. Also, when we were grade school, she made all of our dresses. Yes, Lexi. Oh, Barbara, I made my teenage daughter a French maid costume. Her date was a Catholic priest. Can't tell the rest of the story. Listen, I can only imagine. And that's, listen, the creativity behind the Halloween stuff. And listen, I could think of some of the costumes that I was too back in the day. And so, you think of, some of the stores that we used to go to back in the day too weren't like, we went there. And so, and Jesus God. Yeah. Because warlocks have Halloween. Wait, I didn't see what the first part of that was. Why don't witches ever have babies? Because warlocks have Halloween. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh Jesus, that's funny. Homemade costumes were the best. You know what? They really are the best. Anything that anybody puts time and effort and love into. I mean, one year my sister was a scarecrow and my mom made the most badass scarecrow costume. And I just thought to myself, you can't find these over the counter costumes that are made like that. Listen, I was just saying the other day that I was in Target, right? And there was one costume that was a cassette tape. I mean, whatever, you just slit it. It's probably like a sweatshirt, but it's like connected. It's like a cassette tape. And then there was a Target dog. And I'm thinking, wow, listen, the marketing industry is insane. The things that people can be. I mean, listen, there's the Mario Brothers, Luigi, Super Mario, the princess, I mean, you name it, they can be anything. Karen, I did that too. We would use a wine cork, burn it. Listen, some of the costumes can get very, very. Oh man. It definitely makes your mind wander, right? And so I just remembered like there were parties that we would have during the week, there were parties that we would have at work, and then there were parties that we went to on the weekend. And so, sometimes we would have 3 and 4 costumes. And so I remembered like, Monday night's costume was different from Saturday night's costume, was different from my work costume. And then, it depends. I mean, I'm in an industry where my Saturday costume was my work costume. So it was just it didn't really matter. But some people have to be a little more reserved. I mean, I worked with some people that wore very, very. Oh, yeah, I saw some. There were good witches, there were bad witches, we had some guys that were priests that were never going to be in the church and the priest. My daughter's first costume I made was a Pillsbury bag of all-purpose flour. Homemade was the best. Yes, Barbara. Like there's just, and then when you start getting into like creating like, a costume or something, and you come up with like one simple idea, like a bag of flour, right? You can get you can keep it as simple as a bag of flour, or you can get as detailed as you want. Like I was listening to a channel the other day and he was talking about how he was an artist, and I thought, wow, just and I don't ever have to see somebody's face. Like I could go off of somebody's personality, I can go off of their voice, I could go off of their creativity and just their conversation. I love having a good conversation with somebody. And so for that, I said to myself, wow, I bet he's like a really cool artist. I'm sure he's probably very freehand, very fun. Just, and so for me, I'm like, yeah, that's a win. I love to hear, about different things. And so like I'll look at, he said he was into art, right? And so I thought that was interesting. If kids have homemade costumes these days, they get laughed at. Sad, Lexi, that's bullshit. And so you know what? If anybody laughs at kids, I think it's disgusting. And I'm not down with I said that, when I first started this channel, that I'm not into the bullying. And so if there's kids that are getting laughed at, I blame the parents. And so if the parents are not enforcing, critical behavior, and I don't like it. And so for that, and I'm all for fun and laughing and having a good time. But if you're a piece of shit parent and your kid is laughing at another kid because they chose to have a homemade costume, then you need to tighten up yourself. You know what I mean? And so I don't like that. I think that children have such an innocent, and I'm sure all of you guys agree, and you can agree on that. It's very near and dear to my heart is don't mess with children and their psyche. Keep children as innocent as you can for as long as you can, and for that still keep it as for as much as you can, because I see even adults now that are bullies and I don't like it. And I call it out all the time. I mean, even at my age now, I'll call a bully out right to their face. I just did it just the other day. Yesterday, I did it. And I don't care. If you are going to be a whole asshole in front of me, I'm going to embarrass the shit out of you. I don't care. Don't do it. Especially to a kid. I mean, if a mother or father wants to make a costume for their child and your child has something to say about it and you don't embarrass your kid, I don't care if you do it in private, but if you don't set them straight, the rest of the world is going to set them straight, and you should be ashamed of yourself. That's just what it is. I mean, kids are so mean today, and that's, I don't care. I mean, there's a lot of adults that are bullies. Yes, there is. I had a lady try to bully me not that long ago, a few months ago, and I'm not down with it. I don't like it, and she didn't think I was going to say anything, and I didn't at first. I just let it go, and I was like, she's really a miserable person. And so I let her say what she had to say because I'm like, I said, wow, she must really be miserable. And, I know she doesn't have a partner in her life. And so for that, she must not get any, but it's all right. Like I'll let it go. And, throws little digs at me every once in a while. And I'm like, oh, I feel really bad for her. And then one time, then not that long ago, a lady who was her age said to me, you really should say something to her. And I said, no, I really don't want to. Like, because I think inside, like, she's hurting. And so for that, I don't want to add to it, and then so like I didn't say anything to her. And then so then she said something to her for me. And I said, damn, like I didn't expect that. Yo, what's up, Diane B? Good to see you. I love you. Good to see you. Yes. And it's just for me, it's just not okay. And so and even to this day, like this lady, every once in a while, she'll throw a jab at me, and I'm like, right, did I ever do to this lady? But it's all right, like, oh, do I have a hell no button? You know what, Eileen? Hell no. You know what's funny is like Ron has that hell no. It's so funny. I think sometimes he subliminally does things because he probably thinks like that's a hell no from me. And like now you guys get to know me because for so many years everybody was like, "Who the hell is this girl?" No one knows what's in the chat. She don't say anything. Just says hello to everybody. Like, so weird. Yeah, some people take kindness for weakness. Exactly, Joey. And it is a big mistake because I am a very kind person but I am not weak at all. I'm actually very, very far from it. But I can be very kind. And so like and I do I keep it moving a lot. I really do. But it's crazy is because I will say something if somebody's saying something towards somebody else, but for me, I'm like, I let it go, I let it go, I let it go. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of unhappy people out there that want to share it. How about a cup of shut the fuck, Eileen? I know. It's so sad to me because, like I was saying, when I created this channel, it was everybody was like, well, if you have a name, you technically have a channel. And it's like, well, no, because there's a lot of people that have a voice, but they don't use it, so they just have a name, but they don't have a channel. And so I said, you know what, I'll create a channel. And then if anything happens with it, great. If not, then whatever, it's fine. And so I said, well, what is it? So everybody kept saying, well, what is it going to be about? And what are you going to name it? And I was like, if I have to think too much about it, I'm never going to do it. Right. And so that was the longest time. I was like, I don't know what it's going to be about. I have no idea. And you're going to make me name it now? Like, I don't know what the hell to name it. Like, and so I didn't do anything. I just left my name. I'm sorry. As you age, you don't have time for the nastiness. Eileen, yeah, you're right. And I don't know. It's just better to give grace. Was that? Yeah. Life is too short. And I think as we get older, like, so I was just saying, I get so distracted. But, like, I wanted to create a place where people could come and hang out and just hang out, like, and I was saying, like, I felt as though a lot of the communities were narrowing and people were finding it harder and harder to chat places because they were not getting along with certain creators, or they were feeling uncomfortable to chat in certain places, or some creators were like, well, they don't want to chat in here. And it was like, no, they don't want to chat with you. And so for that, it was a big hell no. Like, so, and I was like, well, let's just, I'm very non-confrontational, but I do like to have people around and to hang out and shit. So I said, let's just, have a place where people could just hang out, and here, someone told me I had an attitude. I told them I can get an attitude if you want it. I'm from Jersey. Yeah. Well, a lot of times people assume that because if you're from the North or if you're from New York or New Jersey, that, you're a bitch or you have an attitude. And a lot of times listen, yes, we do get that stigma, but it's not, it's obvious. It's rather opposite. We're not. we have big hearts, right? And so like I knew even when I moved south, people were like, "Oh, she's from New York, she's really nasty." And I was like, "No, I'm just very firm in how I believe and and I'm not, the big thing was like I'm not conceited, I'm convinced." But it was just that I was convinced because I worked my ass off my whole life to be confident. And I'm not conceited and I'm not anything other than just a helping hand or I love to like Turd Ferguson when she made my song, she was like she was making up the words to the lyrics, and I was like, this is great, like building a community and creating a space and having a place where people hang out and old school and just you know a big Italian family, and that's where I came from, and all of that is just it's all true. And that's who I am. And that's what I do. And that's who I fight for justice. And that's true. And so that's what I've done since I've been on YouTube. I've been around some really awesome creators and some great channels and subscribers. You guys have all been in some awesome chats with me. And we still are, like history repeats itself, right? And so for that, it's great. I love to, even when I go into some new to me channels, like they could be around for a long time. Like I just found this guy Collier Landry. I didn't really know who he was. Like I heard the name, I knew I heard his voice because I do listen to a lot of podcasts. And so I was like, oh, but he's new to me because I had just gone in there the other day. And like the guy shouts me out now, and I'm like, oh, I love this guy. Like he's a good looking guy, and he talks about he's just real. Like he says, I'm not a lawyer. Like he said it exactly how I said it the other day. I was like, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a police officer. Like, he's just been through a lot of shit in his life. And I'm like, wow, I could relate, and he's just a real dude. I'm on the East Coast, he's on the West Coast. And so he's got a story and he's not afraid to share it. And I love it. Like, guy's been through he's been through a lot of stuff. And I really loved listening to his story. And he loves to tell a story, which is exactly what I do. I love to tell a story, and I do it all day long throughout my whole life. I tell a story. So I love to do that. People always like to label others instead of get to know someone. Yeah, Eileen, they do. They sure do. And it's always easy to, assume, right? That's a big word here, Barbara, don't tell me I have an attitude. I'm a senior citizen. I put my time in. Listen, what do they say? Like, you earn your gray hairs, and we earn our. It's true. Like I feel as though, when people say like, oh, they're going bald or this, listen, you earned that. don't just let that go lightly. Like you earned all of those things, or if you get wrinkles or whatever, like all of these things in life, you age gracefully. Don't take that lightly. There's a reason why, like when we put our kids through school and college and everything. Yeah, he has an amazing story. Yes, exactly. And that's just it, like it's just having stories. It's oh, come to America. Yes, Robbie, come here. I would love that. And it's like we're on opposite sides of the world. And to me, it's I love to hear it, like I just remembered like sitting in some other chats over the years thinking to myself, like all of these different things. Like, I mean, I'm in all different, communities, but like the true crime community for me is something is a pastime. It's something that I'm passionate about. I want to see people get justice. I want to see um, when something horrific happens to somebody, I want to see people get the justice they deserve because that is terrible. And so, going into some of these channels for me was just it was heartbreaking. And so I stayed, and I was just like, wow, look at this. And then it grew on me, and it grew on me. And and then you start seeing some of the people in the chat, and then some people I was just like, wow, I know this person. Like I remembered seeing one lady that I knew in my real life, and and she was like, Dawn Marie, is that you? And I was like, oh my God, hi. Like it was just it was crazy to me. I said, wow, this is, what? But these are real life things happening to real life people. And you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God. Like The Dan Markel case, that was a real, like, these are real things happening. This Sarah Boone zipping this guy in the suitcase, like, this is insanity, and we just get to, we're watching it, and we all have an opinion on it. Like, there's people that are sitting in these courtrooms, and they get to see an inside side of this, and I just say to myself, oh my god, like, what are these people doing? The criminals, like, what the, and then you have, like, the Ron and the Ed Wallace and the Barbara Butcher and the people that have, prosecuted the the Vinnie Politan, the people that have seen and looked these criminals in the face, and they're like, "What did you do? What are you doing? Like, what?" And they don't say, and they have that, like, they could stare them in the face. That's me. I love that. I just, like, I have questions. Like, I would probably, I don't know. I want to just go into the jail and, like, sit right in the look. I just want to look at somebody and be like, why did you do that? Not like a Nancy Grace, but like, I mean, listen, why did you do that? How could you do that? Do you feel bad about that? If you had to do this over again, would you do this again? Or could you not? Like, oh my God. Yeah, I love the learning. It's, oh, house. Yeah. I mean, zipped in the suitcase. I mean, oh my God. I mean, did you think, I mean, Jesus. No. I mean, I was just talking to a friend the other day, and she was just, like, filling me in on some of the details of Sarah Boone's testimony, and her, how she, I guess, did she have the husband call his kids the night before or something? I mean, just oh my God. I mean, so I have a question. So, was it premeditated? Oh my God. I mean, but this is, like, right before Halloween, and I'm sitting there like, "Whoa." My God. But my heart breaks for his family, right? And so they have to sit there. They get a front row. This is their family member that this bitch did this to. Like, I mean, nothing is gonna bring him back, right? And so, God. Yes. Oh my God. Everybody, Joey, put your link in here. Joey's going to go at 8:30 live and is going to continue this. Yes. Yeah. Robbie, it was an open and shut case. I mean, listen, that's like how Ron tries to find humor in certain things because, like, I mean, how could you? I tried to find a little humor in it too because I thought to myself, I thought about the wine right away, like the Boone's wine, like the strawberry. I remember the first time, like, I think I ever got drunk as a kid was probably on that, cheap wine from 7-Eleven. It was probably like Boone's wine. Like, and I'm thinking, oh my God, Sarah Boone, 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 don't go back to your room. Like, oh my God, like, all of these things started coming to my head, and I'm saying to myself, oh my God. Yeah, here, Tyra, she watches all trials. She knows. Yeah, seems premeditated to me. Called the daughters and his brother, yelling in the background and telling him, "You choked me." I don't think they played hide and seek. See? Forget about it. Forget about it. This broad was like second, another on a whole other moon. This Boone shot. Like, she'd be kicked right off my stoop. I mean, I just couldn't hang with her. Whew. Yeah, sarcasm is an art form, that's for sure, Eileen. I mean, not many people could have. Listen, I, I love sarcasm. I think it's, you got to have it in life in order to, it's like, I love that. What is his name? Sebastian Maniscalco. I think he is one of the funniest comedians alongside, I mean, he might be Italian, that's probably why I love him, but Sebastian and Anthony Rodia. Like the two of them, I mean, Anthony Rodia, when he starts talking about his, his Italian his Italian parents off the boat, and Sebastian Maniscalco, but they have like Sebastian with his dry sense of humor, and then Anthony Rodia when he's like, "Hello, mother. Hello, father." Like these guys are hysterical. But like you have to find comedy in this day and age because if not, you're cuckoo. Like who wants to be a Sarah Boone? Like I can't with the two of them. Like they are the best. And they may or may not be silent friends. I don't know. But I mean, just funny people, funny in life. Yeah, Diane B, especially Anthony. Anthony is just like your your neighborhood guy who sits around and just I mean, he's got like the multiple personalities where he's like, "Hello, Dad." Answer the phone. Like, I can't even, I wouldn't do him any justice. Anthony, you just need to do me a solid and come on my show one day. Like, that would be great. Thanks. Maybe I could phone a friend and you could help me out. I don't know about Sebastian Maniscalco. That I don't know if I could get him on the show. I have no idea. But talk about funny, like just funny people. Yeah, Anthony. I love when he makes fun of his crazy Italian mother. Yeah, oh my god, Anthony Rodia. Anthony, I'm putting it into the atmosphere. I'll never forget when you made I can't. Oh. Paging Anthony Rodia to pick up line 2. Joey Brooklyn, do you have a connection? Joey, paging Joey. Diane B, what's for dinner? What do you got cooking over there in the Diane B house? And I'm sure you already know all of the Duty Ron updates and everything. One day you better take a link on my channel, lady. You better say hi to everybody. I want to see. Let me see. Okay. Ooh, Diane B made shrimp with cream sauce. That. Oh, and macaroni. A little macaroni. Did you make it al dente? Yes. Diane B is the neighbor snowblower. Yes. Listen, do y'all remember The Office? That was weird humor. Barbara George. Yes, it was. Yes. That sounds so good. I actually bought a little bit of what is it? Tortellini to put in my chicken noodle soup, but who knows if that's even gonna go over well. But I mean I probably should have just got regular noodles, but whatever. Kind of really killed it for me when he said that in 87 degrees he was not gonna eat chicken noodle soup. I was like, well, we could turn the air conditioning down really cold and you could put a sweatshirt on. Chicken noodle soup. He's like, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, but I appreciate your efforts. Whatever. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. All right. Well, listen, it was so nice hanging out with you guys. Look, oh, Anthony, I don't want to play. Anthony, will you strike me if I play your stuff? Wait, hold on. Let me see. There's got to be one part of his thing that I can play. Hold on. Let me see. Wow, he's up to 104,000 subscribers. Go, Anthony. Well, he hasn't done a video in like, oh, it's 2 weeks, but here we go. Here's something.
He's at my house one night. We're playing poker. We're talking. He's in the living room. My friend started asking me stupid questions. My friend goes, yo, bro, for $1 million, would you let a guy take care of you from the back? I said, yeah. I don't even know why you started so high. You could have locked me in at 150,000. We're experiencing tough times right now, bro. He goes, all right, hot shot. What if you're making out with a woman, it gets hot and heavy, you take off her pants? She's got a piece of dick.
Okay. That was a piggish thing. I'm not playing that. Oh my God. Well, I should have read it. The name of his video is Dad is Unpredictable. Okay. Oh my God. Listen, he's a pig. Oh, I can't. The best is like, he just reminds you of like the old Italian like family where the wife throws the shoe at his back of his head. Legit. Here.
You know, Johnny told you about the divorce rates. It's scary. Heterosexual marriage ends in divorce 50% of the time. Lesbian marriage 75% of the time. I went further. I had to look at gay male marriage.
Oh my God. Listen, he's piggish. What is he doing? Jesus. Listen, Anthony, you're not meant for my show. I can't. Lexi, have a good night. It was good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Oh God. Why does he have to have piggish videos? You used to wait by the return. Oh, geez. I'm telling you, the world's going mad. Well, there's got to be somebody to report on it. So, who better than Anthony to report on it? Well, the title of my live is Concrete Jungle. So, there you go. You got Anthony Rodia, who's the part of the Concrete Jungle. Speaking of Concrete Jungle, what's the latest with Diddy? Has anybody followed the latest? What's going on with that whole disaster? Play the one with his father. But is it gross, Joey? Because I hate when he talks like pig. Let me see. Let me see. The Talk. All right, there's one that's called The Talk. Or my dad was confused by the name. Here.
My father's still the same way. We're in Florida, driving to one of my shows, and he goes, yo, are we taking the same road tomorrow to the show? I said, yeah. Okay, if you don't mind, let's leave a little early because I saw a doctor office that fixes like a broken piece of deal. What? Yeah, when they're taking my prostate out a couple of years ago, my piece of deal, it's no working the same no more. I never told you. No, I wish you didn't tell me that. And you saw an erectile dysfunction doctor? Yeah. Can you come inside with me? No. The next day we're driving. I drove by. I couldn't stop laughing. The sign said Badcock Furniture. And I was laughing because I knew what registered in my father's head. Badcock. And that's what I knew. They must have been able to fix it, Badcock. It's a furniture store. They can help me. Not unless you need an ottoman.
We're heading to Alaska.
Oh, Jesus God. I can't with him. Eileen, I'll see you later. I know. How many costumes how many Diddy costumes did she? Ay, ay, ay. I love you, Eileen. Have a good night. I'm not playing Joey. You're a bad influence. I'm not playing him anymore. I'm just gonna get him on my show, and I don't know. Hopefully, he will come on. I have no idea if he will, but he better not talk like that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to book an appointment. Oh Jesus! What in the laugh until it hurts? Yeah. What bad cock furniture? That is kind of funny though. What the frig? Come on, Eileen. Oh, he is funny. Ay, ay, ay. All right, well, listen, guys, it is 6:30 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard, and I gotta run because it is late. We have already been live for 1 hour and 19 minutes, and I have to get a bunch of things done here before we get the night going, and we got a lot to do here. And I think, Joey, you said you're gonna go live at 8:30, right? And so hopefully Ron will go live too, maybe at some point to talk about everything that's going on. So on that note, I'm going to play my song and we're going to peace out. Hope you guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I love you guys. Have a great night. Thank you so much.
New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. A Brooklyn girl, that's Dawn Marie. She's sharing New York memories. See the city with Dawn Marie and hang in Little Italy. R.I.P. South Factory. The real party is Kings County. The songs about music all around. That's where she found the Brooklyn sound. New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Her large Italian family, they taught her hospitality, empathy, humanity, and strength in her community. Her justice call, defiant tone, rings out from her Long Island home. New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. She's so damn cool, so smart and quick. She's old school, this New York chick. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, her justice dance. They face the music, they got no chance. New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. She's so damn cool, so smart and quick. She's old school, this New York chick. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance.